Hey, beautiful souls. Welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into God's heart for your relationships and love life. I want you to settle in because today we're talking about something that's going to shift your entire perspective on love. We're talking about that one person who sees you completely differently than anyone else ever has. After years of ministry and millions of conversations with broken hearts, I've discovered something profound. There's someone in your life right now, or coming into your life, whose love for you is so pure, so untainted by the world's conditional standards, that it mirrors Christ's love for the church. This isn't about fairy tales or romantic fantasies. This is about divine alignment, about God's design for love in your life. The person I'm talking about doesn't love you because you've earned it, achieved something, or performed perfectly. They love you because of who you are at your core. If you're tired of conditional love, performance-based relationships, and feeling like you have to be someone else to be loved, this message is for you. Before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell, because I promise you, by the end of this video, you're going to understand love in a way that transforms everything. Are you ready? Let's go. Number 1. They see your heart, not your performance. This person doesn't measure your worth by your achievements, your past mistakes, or how well you've got it all together. When they look at you, they see straight through to your heart. You know what's beautiful about this? In a world that constantly judges us by our performance, our productivity, our social media presence, and our ability to have everything figured out, this person sees you on your worst days and still chooses you. They see you when you're struggling with anxiety, when you're battling insecurity, when you feel like a complete mess, and their love doesn't waver one bit. The Bible tells us in 1 Samuel 16-7 that man looks at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. This person has been given God's eyes to see you. They don't love you because you're perfect. They love you because you're you, with all your beautiful imperfections, all your growth areas, all your dreams and fears. When you've failed at something, when you've made mistakes, when you feel like you're not enough, this person's love remains constant. They're not keeping a scorecard of your wins and losses. They're not loving you conditionally based on how well you perform in life, career, or even in the relationship itself. This kind of love is rare because most people love with conditions. They love you when you make them feel good, when you're successful, when you're easy to be around. But this person, they love you when you're difficult, when you're going through hard seasons, when you're not your best self. What does this mean? For you, it means you can finally exhale. You can stop trying so hard to earn love and just receive it. You can be authentic, vulnerable, and real without fear of losing their affection. This is how Christ loves us, and this person is reflecting that divine love into your life. Number 2, their love isn't based on what you can give them. Listen carefully, because this is going to challenge everything you've been taught about relationships. This person doesn't love you for what you can do for them, what you can provide, or how you can serve their needs. Their love is selfless. So many relationships today are transactional. People love you because of what you bring to the table, your money, your status, your connections, your ability to make them feel validated or secure. But this person's love is different. It's sacrificial, just like Christ's love for us. They're not with you because you complete some missing piece in their life. They're whole on their own, which means their love for you comes from abundance, not lack. They don't need you to fix their insecurities, heal their wounds, or fill their empty spaces. They choose to love you because they genuinely delight in who you are. This person celebrates your independence, your strength, your ability to stand on your own. They're not threatened by your success or your growth. In fact, they encourage it. They want to see you flourish, even if it means you become more than they initially thought you were. When you succeed, they don't feel diminished. When you shine, they don't feel overshadowed. When you grow spiritually, emotionally, or professionally, they cheer you on because their love isn't rooted in keeping you small or dependent on them. The beautiful thing about this kind of love is that it frees you to become everything God has called you to be. You don't have to dim your light or shrink yourself to make them comfortable. You don't have to pretend to be less capable, less intelligent, or less gifted than you are. This person loves you in your strength, not just your vulnerability. They love your ambitions, your dreams, your God-given gifts and talents. They see the greatness in you and want to help you walk in it fully. Number 3, they love you through every season of life. Here's what I want you to understand about this person's love. It's not seasonal. It doesn't change with your circumstances, your mood, your life phase, or your external situation. This is covenant love, not convenience love. When life gets hard, and it will, this person doesn't disappear. When you're going through financial struggles, health challenges, family drama, or spiritual dry seasons, they don't start looking for the exit. They dig in deeper and love you harder. Most people love you in your spring and summer seasons. They love you when everything is blooming, when you're happy, successful, and life is going well. But this person, they love you through your winter seasons too. They love you when you're grieving, when you're going through depression, when you're facing impossible situations. This person understands that love is not a feeling that comes and goes. It's a choice they make every single day. When the butterflies fade, when the initial excitement settles, when real life sets in, their commitment to you only grows stronger. They've made a decision in their heart that you are worth fighting for, worth staying for, worth growing with. This isn't puppy love or infatuation. This is mature, deep, steadfast love that has been tested and proven. When you're in seasons of growth and change, this person doesn't try to keep you in a box or resist your transformation. They grow with you. They adapt with you. They understand that people evolve and change, and they're committed to loving every version of you that emerges. The security this brings to your soul is immeasurable. You can face uncertain futures knowing that their love is your constant. You can take risks, pursue dreams, go through necessary changes, all while knowing that their love is your safe harbor. This is the kind of love that weathers storms and comes out stronger on the other side. Number 4, they accept your past without judgment. This might be the most healing aspect of their love for you. This person knows your story, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and they don't love you despite your past. They love you including your past, because they understand that your journey has shaped you into the person they fell in love with. Your past mistakes, your previous relationships, your poor choices, your wounds and scars, none of these things disqualify you from their love. They don't see your past as baggage you're carrying. They see it as part of your testimony, part of your story, part of what makes you uniquely you. So many people will make you feel like you have to earn forgiveness for your past, like you have to prove you've changed, like you have to pay penance for your mistakes. But this person operates from a place of grace. They understand that we all have a past. We all have things we're not proud of. We all have made choices we wish we could undo. They don't bring up your past failures during arguments. They don't use your mistakes as weapons against you. They don't make you feel like you owe them something because they chose to love you despite your history. Instead, they see how God has used your past to develop compassion in you, wisdom in you, strength in you. They see how your struggles have made you more empathetic, more humble, more grateful for grace. This person believes in redemption. They believe in second chances. They believe in the transformative power of love. They see you the way God sees you, not as a collection of your mistakes, but as His beloved child who has been forgiven, restored, and made new. When you're tempted to feel shame about your past, they remind you of who you are now. When you start spiraling into regret and self-condemnation, they speak life and truth over you. They help you see yourself through God's eyes, not through the world's judgment. This kind of acceptance is incredibly healing because it allows you to finally forgive yourself and move forward without the weight of past shame. Number 5. They love your authentic self, not a version they want to create. This person fell in love with you, the real you, not some idealized version they think you could become. They don't have a secret renovation project going on in their mind where they're planning to change fundamental aspects of who you are. Your personality, your quirks, your sense of humor, your way of processing life, your interests and passions. They love all of these things about you. They're not trying to mold you into someone else or make you more like their ex, their ideal, or what they think would be better. This is so important because many people enter relationships with a fixer mentality. They see potential in you and think their job is to help you reach it. But this person understands that you're not a project to be completed. You're a person to be loved. They appreciate your unique way of seeing the world. They find joy in your individual perspectives and opinions, even when they're different from their own. They don't need you to think exactly like them, like all the same things they like, or approach life the same way they do. Your dreams matter to them, even if they're different from what they would choose for themselves. Your goals excite them, even if they don't fully understand them. Your passions interest them because they're part of what makes you who you are. This person doesn't love you with conditions like "I'll love you more when you lose weight," or "I'll love you better when you're more social," or "I'll be happier when you change this about yourself." They love you as you are, right now, in this moment. This doesn't mean they don't support your growth. They absolutely do. But there's a huge difference between supporting someone's growth and trying to change who they fundamentally are. This person supports your becoming more of who God created you to be, not becoming someone completely different. The freedom this brings is incredible. You can finally stop performing, stop trying to be what you think they want, and just be yourself. Number 6. Their words and actions consistently align. One of the most beautiful things about this person's love is its consistency. When they say they love you, their actions prove it every single day. There's no disconnect between what comes out of their mouth and how they actually treat you. They don't just say you're important to them. They make time for you. They don't just say you matter. They prioritize you. They don't just say they care. They show up when you need them. Their love isn't just spoken. It's demonstrated through countless small and large acts of service, sacrifice, and consideration. This person understands that love is a verb, not just a noun. It's something you do, not just something you feel or say. When they commit to something, they follow through. When they make promises, they keep them. When they say they'll be there, they show up. You never have to wonder where you stand with them because their consistency speaks louder than any words could. You don't have to decode their behavior or try to figure out if they really mean what they say. Their actions and words are in perfect harmony. This builds such deep security in your heart because you can trust them completely. You don't have to guard yourself or wait for the other shoe to drop. You don't have to question their motives or wonder if they're being genuine. In a world full of people who say one thing and do another, who make promises they don't keep, who claim to love but act selfishly, this person is a breath of fresh air. Their integrity in love is unshakable. They understand that trust is built through consistent behavior over time, and they're committed to earning and maintaining your trust through their reliable, steady, faithful love. When they say you're beautiful, they look at you like you're the most stunning person they've ever seen. When they say they're proud of you, they brag about you to others. When they say they love you, every fiber of their being confirms it. Number 7. They see your potential and love you into it. This person has an incredible gift. They can see who you're becoming even when you can't see it yourself. They see the greatness in you, the calling on your life, the gifts God has placed within you, and they love you in a way that calls forth the best in you. But here's the key difference between them and others. They don't love your potential more than they love who you are right now. They don't withhold love until you reach your potential. They love you as you are, while simultaneously seeing and encouraging who you're becoming. Their belief in you is unwavering. When you doubt yourself, they remind you of your capabilities. When you're afraid to step into something new, they encourage your courage. When you can't see your own strength, they reflect it back to you. This person speaks life over your dreams, your goals, your aspirations. They don't minimize your vision or tell you to be more realistic. They understand that God has placed big dreams in your heart for a reason, and they want to support you in walking them out. They celebrate your small victories as much as your big ones, because they understand that growth is a process. They're patient with your journey. They don't rush you or pressure you to move faster than God's timing for your life. When you're struggling with confidence, they speak truth over you. When you're battling fear, they remind you of your courage. When you're feeling inadequate, they help you see your worth and value. This person becomes one of God's tools for your transformation. Through their consistent love, encouragement, and support, you begin to see yourself the way God sees you. You start believing in yourself because someone you trust believes in you so completely. Their love doesn't make you dependent on their validation, though. Instead, it builds your confidence from the inside out. It helps you develop your own inner strength and self-worth. Number 8. Their love points you closer to God, not away from Him. The ultimate test of pure love is this: does it draw you closer to God or pull you away from Him? This person's love is so aligned with God's heart that being with them actually strengthens your relationship with the Lord. They don't compete with God for first place in your heart. They encourage your relationship with Him. They understand that when you're close to God, you're the best version of yourself, which means you're able to love more fully and authentically. This person prays for you, with you, and over you. They support your spiritual growth and encourage your calling. They celebrate when God moves in your life. They don't get jealous of the time you spend in prayer, worship, or service. They understand it's essential to who you are. When you're struggling spiritually, they don't judge or condemn. They cover you in prayer and point you back to God's grace. When you're growing spiritually, they rejoice and grow alongside you. Their love reflects God's character: patient, kind, forgiving, sacrificial, faithful, hopeful. Being with them gives you a deeper understanding of how much God loves you, because their love is an earthly reflection of His heavenly love. They honor God in how they treat you, how they speak to you, and how they love you. Their love is pure because it's rooted in God's love. It's unconditional because they understand how unconditionally God loves them. This person understands that your relationship with God comes first, and instead of being threatened by that, they're grateful for it. They know that a person who loves God well can love others well. The beautiful thing about this kind of love is that it creates a spiritual atmosphere around your relationship. Together, you seek God's will, His wisdom, His blessing. You pray together, worship together, serve together. Beautiful soul, if you're watching this and recognizing this kind of love in your life, thank God for it. Cherish it. Receive it fully. Don't let past hurts or fear keep you from embracing the pure love that's being offered to you. If you haven't experienced this kind of love yet, don't lose hope. God has someone whose heart beats in rhythm with His love for you. While you wait, work on becoming the person who can recognize and receive this kind of love when it comes. Remember, you are worthy of pure love. Love without conditions, without demands. Love that accepts you completely as you are, while encouraging you to become everything God has called you to be. If this message blessed your heart, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who needs to hear that they are worthy of pure, unconditional love. Until next time, walk in the truth that you are deeply, completely, and purely loved. God bless you.